3 times, the world almost ended. Welcome to Your Dose of Wowness.
In 1859, telegraph wires caught fire. Operators got shocked by their own equipment. The night sky glowed red as far south as the Caribbean. That was the largest solar storm ever recorded. In 2012, a storm just as powerful crossed Earth's exact orbital path and missed us by 9 days. Most of you were alive for that, and almost none of you heard about it. This is the story of the sun's closest call, and the ark's final one. Think back to July 2012. You were likely going about your day, checking your phone, entirely unaware that a burst of solar plasma carrying the energy of billions of megatons of TNT had just fired through the exact coordinates of space our planet had occupied only a week prior. Over the last 9 episodes, we've traced single human decisions and mechanical failures that almost broke the world, but this final story traces a threat that strips away all human agency. The largest risks to our continuity belong to a category of cosmic events our species cannot control. We sit entirely exposed to the volatile weather of the star we orbit. On the morning of September 1st, 1859, British astronomer Richard Carrington was at his private observatory, performing his routine task of painstakingly sketching sunspots by hand. As he worked, he witnessed an intense, localized flash of white light erupting directly from the group of sunspots on his lens. Carrington saw the flare itself happen, by pure chance, through his own telescope, before anyone had any idea what a solar flare even was. This coronal mass ejection was moving with exceptional speed, crossing the distance from the sun to our planet in roughly 18 hours, vastly faster than typical space weather. When the storm hit the atmosphere, auroras pushed so far south they were visible in the Caribbean and Hawaii. Witnesses reported the night sky becoming bright enough to read by at midnight. This was humanity's violent realization that our seemingly isolated planet is directly wired to the behavior of our star. The storm forced massive geomagnetically induced currents into the ground, which immediately overwhelmed the only long-distance electrical network of the era, the telegraph lines. Sparks arced from equipment, operators received physical shocks, and in several documented cases, the heat from the induced current caused the telegraph paper to spontaneously ignite. Some telegraph operators disconnected their batteries completely and kept sending messages using nothing but the current the storm itself put into the wires. While the disruption was dramatic, it struck a rudimentary analog civilization. The world of 1859 could absorb the damage and resume normal life in a matter of hours. Our modern, interconnected digital civilization is exponentially more exposed to that exact same solar threat. A Carrington-scale event today would target the primary pillars of modern life: sensitive microelectronics, satellite GPS networks, and long-distance electrical transmission lines. These geomagnetically induced currents pool in large industrial transformers, physically overloading and destroying the heavy engineering required to regulate our power grids. Replacing these custom transformers takes months. Today, the resulting power outages would be measured in seasons rather than hours. This is it, the last episode of this 10-part arc, and I genuinely think it's the biggest one. If this series has done anything for you, subscribe so you catch what comes next, and tell me in the comments which one of these 10 near misses has stuck with you the most. I want to know. The very technology that built our world has created a profound vulnerability to the sun's most intense outbursts. In July 2012, NASA's Stereo-A spacecraft was positioned in deep space when it detected a massive eruption on the sun's surface. Solar physicists measured this coronal mass ejection and confirmed it matched the catastrophic intensity of the 1859 Carrington Event. The blast followed a trajectory that intersected Earth's exact orbital path in space. That exact storm nearly happened again in 2012. It missed Earth's position in its orbit by roughly 9 days. A civilization-threatening cosmic event passed through the region of space we occupy every year. We only survived because of a 9-day gap in timing. Surviving 2012 was not a triumph of human engineering or diplomacy. It was pure cosmic luck. Our continuity is the result of an entirely uncelebrated chain of things just barely working out, like the 3 officers who had to agree on a submarine vote during the Cuban Missile Crisis. It is built on the solitary judgment calls of people like Stanislav Petrov and forests spared by the specific timing of the Earth's rotation. 10 episodes: a stalled car, a volcano, a mold sample, a city spared by a memory, a submarine vote, a lonely judgment call, an entire nervous system of suspicion, a forest instead of a city, a warning that never arrived, and a storm that missed us by 9 days. None of it had to go this way. Every single one of these could have broken the other direction, and if any one of them had, you very possibly wouldn't be here to watch this. That's not a scary thought. It's an unbelievably lucky one. We've got a new arc coming, and it's going to ask a very different kind of question. See you next time. The fact that you are here, watching this sentence conclude, is itself the entire argument of